So let's start with the Communication 2 lecture. And here again, the structure of the ComNets 2 lecture. We will start with some 12 lectures. I will give the introduction, then some of the postdocs and PhD students will give lectures on the specific topics as you can see them here. And later on there will be some exercises where you have to really implement something. As you can see here, I'm the main lecturer and responsible for the course, but we have also here Zuo, who will be responsible for the exercises and the management of the web page. Now, what we would like to do, we would like you to see all of the videos and go into the topics. You have already seen maybe there are a lot of videos. I don't do 90 minutes straight. I try to make some pauses in between. That is easier for you to digest and also to better organize your time schedule. We have already done some videos in the other years, but there we had a real team with an audience in place, which makes it easier to adapt with the speed of the lecturing and the teaching. Here, it's unfortunately just my rate, my feeling how I can run through the topics, and you have to hold back the video if you don't have understood something and maybe look it up on the web. The videos will also be launched step by step in a weekly basis. So we don't want to give you all at once. The material will given out the same way. For the exercises, we give you the task and the solution, and later we explain you how to solve that. As I said before, we start with the lectures, and if we have the time to meet in person, later we can have some exercises together in a face-to-face manner. Okay. So ComNets 2, why is this important? Some of you, or I hope most of you, have seen ComNets 1, which was basic communication principles and systems. We have talked there about the ISO-OSI system. We have talked about different protocol layers. And this was mainly about the end-to-end system, something what was referred to as store and forward networks. In ComNets 2, we're looking into computing and communication networks, so where the software plays a bigger role. We don't have now the intelligence in the end nodes. Here the intelligence is within the network, and we will figure out what we can do with that. A small look into ComNets 3. There will be novel concept of communication systems, something like post-Shannon, what we can achieve from the informational and theoretical point of view beyond the Shannon boundaries, with implementing something there, as well as quantum or molecular networks. We have here the concept again about theory that matters, and this is theory and practice. If you go to the videos of ComNets 1, there's one lecture or one video piece just on theory that matters. If you're not familiar with that, please have a look at this video too. And now the goal of this course is to make yourself familiar with the novel concept that softwareization will bring you, and you should be able, in the end, to program some of the most sophisticated concepts on technologies of 5G and softwareized networks with a ComNets emulator, a tool that we have developed for you. Some of the students in the years before, they always ask about a script. The slides were not enough. So here's a script. It's something about 500 pages. If you want to read it page by page, that will take a little bit. You can just stick to the PDFs of the slides. Everything that we would like to see later, what we think is important, is in the slides. Nevertheless, it's a good read and you might enjoy it as well. The book will come out in the coming weeks. For those who would like to have a preprint, please send us via email this request, and we make some prints available for you and hand it out. We find a way to make it secure for you. The book itself has 8 different parts, going from the future communication networks and systems, explaining a little bit the background, then dealing with new concept and enabling technologies, also look at what we think is innovation. And then in part 5, we explain our ComNets emulator, our own testbed. Then we go through some examples and extension and tools that you might want to use in this course. Okay,